So here I am back with the secret as I promised you. But before I give it to you, I want to briefly tell you the whole story about how I discovered it. So please bear with me just for a few minutes and I promise you that I will get to the secret, okay? As I said, I was sitting in the waiting room for an audition and I overheard two actors talking. As much as I tried to concentrate on my audition, which is what I should have been doing, I couldn't help but overhear what they were saying. One of the actors was obviously very new and not getting very many auditions, nor was he working very much. The other actor, on the other hand, was getting a lot of auditions and a lot of acting work. As a matter of fact, I had seen that second actor on several auditions that I had been on, and I knew that in some of those cases he had actually gotten the job and I didn't. The less experienced actor was asking a lot of questions of the other one. You know, questions like, who's your agent? How often do they send you out on auditions? What kind of jobs are you working on right now? And so on and so forth. And then he finally asked the ultimate question. How do you get so many auditions and so much work? The secret lies in the answer that he gave to that question. It was so simple, so unbelievably simple, that I was wondering why I hadn't thought of that myself. The answer, or rather the secret, has to do with where he got his information from to start his acting career. Let me explain. After almost 5 years now of answering questions from new actors on my website, some 4,000 questions, yes, that's right, 4,000 questions that I personally answered, according to my own experience, there are basically 6 different sources from which you can get your information from to start your acting career. Not all sources of information are created equal. In other words, not all these sources will give you the same chances for success. And now that we're getting closer to what the secret really is, here's the first of those 6 sources. The first one is peers. Peers are the people who are in the same boat as you are, if you, like them, are not able to get many auditions or much acting work. These are the people who are not getting auditions, don't have an agent, aren't working, but who you turn to for information. My friend, if that is your case, and you really want to start an acting career, please stop asking those people for information. Why? Because they don't know how to help you. That's why. They don't know. How could they possibly know? They will tell you things they think they know, but they don't know. So where do you find people like that? You find them on Yahoo Answers, blogs for actors, forums for aspiring actors, websites, etc., etc. Listening to those people is not a winning strategy and is synonymous with a low chance for success. I repeat, it is synonymous with a low chance for success. The next group of people are those who have achieved some modest success as an actor. These are people who have gotten an audition or an acting job every now and then. And when I say every now and then, I mean every now and then. Listening to them might give you some interesting piece of information to learn from, but it won't bring you the success you are looking for. How could it? The third group of people are stars. That's right, acting stars. Reading the biographies of the stars or watching video interviews, that can be very informative. Now, if you have the rare opportunity to actually talk to and spend time with a movie or television or Broadway star, that could be even better. There's only one problem with that, though. Most people aren't able to take that information that they receive from people like that, process it, and then translate it into what they actually need to do to start their own acting careers. Add to that the fact that some of those actors we aspire to be like or whom we think we can learn from are so far away from us with regard to their careers that they have a tendency to simplify things so much so that we don't even understand how to apply what they're telling us. Consequently, that source is also tied to a relatively low degree of success when it comes to starting an acting career for the average person. The fourth group of people are working actors. Now, working actors can be a great source of information to learn from. Why? Because they are already doing what you are trying to do. Great people to learn from. But there's only one problem. Try and get a working actor to sit down with you, spend time with you, and help you to figure out everything that you need to do to get started. Good luck with that. Why do I say that? Because it's probably easier to be able to exchange a few words with someone like that, or to get them to stop and talk for 5 minutes or so and give you a few tips, rather than spend the time you need to help you understand the things that you need to know. That takes a lot of time. And to find someone to do that for you, good luck. Wouldn't you agree that a 5-minute chat is quite different from actually sitting down with someone and having them explain everything that you need to know and walk you through the whole process step by step? Wouldn't you agree? That is a completely different thing. But if you could do that and actually be able to apply what they tell you, you could most certainly benefit from that information, more so from some of the other sources that we mentioned previously. Acting career information source number 5. Are you ready? Industry experts. Much like working actors, industry experts like casting directors, agents, former or working actors, acting career coaches, etc., can be an excellent source of information. This is one of those areas in which you really have to be careful, though, whose book you read, which class you actually take, or whose seminar you attend, or basically just whom you take advice from. Not everyone is able to teach you in such a way so that you know exactly what you need to do. If you've ever taken a seminar, you know how frustrating it can be when you actually get home and have to figure out how to apply all that you've learned so that you can get the results that you want. It could even be that the seminar leader was really, really good and engaging, but you still don't understand what you need to do. Did that ever happen to you? It's happened to me. And so finally, that's where I get to the secret. Again, the question that the experienced actor was asked was this: how do you get so many auditions and acting jobs? His answer was, I spent a lot of time trying to figure things out for myself. I spent a lot of time and wasted a lot of money, and I had a lot of false hopes. I did a lot of things that make me smile when I look back because they didn't make sense for me to do them. Things like what? The less experienced actor asked. For one thing, I thought that to get started, all I really needed to do was to get headshots and try and get an agent. I spent money on bad headshots that were of bad quality and that were expressionless. That money was wasted. I also spent money subscribing to audition websites, which also ended up being money wasted because my promotional materials weren't very good, and as a consequence, I didn't get called in very much. And guess what? The thing was, I didn't even know why. So what did you do? What changed? I realized that the things that I was doing weren't getting me very far. I was wasting a lot of time and a lot of money. I saw the same old faces at the very few and sporadic auditions that I was getting. They booked the jobs and I didn't. I was frustrated and I needed help. I looked long and hard and I found someone to help me. I made friends with a working actor who was willing to teach me and coach me on what I needed to do to get started. I'm going to read that again. I looked hard and found someone to help me. I made friends with a working actor who was willing to teach me and coach me on what I needed to do to get started. Who was willing to teach me and coach me on what I needed to do to get started. And that is the secret. If you really want to be successful quickly, you need to get a mentor, because that's what that guy did. When you say that you want to find someone who will teach you and coach you and who is willing to do that, that's exactly what a mentor does. Finding a mentor will help you to get an agent or agents quickly, help you to find and build relationships with industry contacts like casting directors and agents and directors and producers. And I reiterate, build relationships with, because that's one of the things that many new actors have no clue about. They don't even realize how important that is. Finding a mentor can also help you to get frequent auditions and frequent acting work. Not just something every now and then, but frequently, regularly. That's what a mentor does. That means if you do that, you will become a working actor. That doesn't mean famous. It doesn't mean a star. It means a working actor. That means that you can make a living doing something that you love, because now you know how to do that. You know how to get work, to get auditions, to build those relationships quickly, to get started as quickly as possible. So having said all that, and now that you know that there are 6 sources where you can get your information from to start your acting career, the question that I have for you is, which one of those sources of information are you using to start your acting career? Which one? The follow-up question that I have for you then is the source of information that you're using actually helping you to get frequent auditions and acting work frequently? Yes or no? And to answer this question, there are no ifs, ands, buts, well, maybe, kinda, sorta. Either it is helping you to get frequent work and auditions, or it is not. There's only one answer to that question. Now, I know that the tone of my voice sounds a little hard because I really want you to think about this. Think about it. Is what you're doing working? Let's look at this from another angle. Now, this is all about how long you can expect it to take you to get your acting career started, depending on the method that you use. Now, when we look at this, we're going to look at the degree of success that you can expect to have by using one of these 3 methods that I talk about. And we're also going to look at the time that it will take you to start your acting career. Now, one of the ways that you can try to do this, one of the methods that you can try to use, is to try to figure all this stuff out by yourself. You can do that. You can try to figure it out by yourself. And you could also say, trying to figure things out for yourself, that you could get books and attend seminars and go to see websites, because all those things have a relatively low cost. The only thing is, by trying one of these 2 ways, you can expect this to take you a long time to figure this out. There are so many things to know. And you can try to figure it out by yourself. You can get books. It's going to take you a while to read the book. It's going to take you a while to, to go to the seminar, find the seminar that you want, go to that seminar, come back home, figure out everything on yourself about how to apply what you learn. You can go to look at websites. You can read all the information that they have, and then go back and try to piece together all the things that you need to do to try to start your acting career. You can do that, but you can expect it to take you a long time. Once again, one of the best ways and the fastest ways for you to get started is to find someone who will actually walk you through the whole process step by step. Someone who is able to do that for you, who is really able to communicate to you in such a way that you can really understand what you need to do immediately, and also someone who is willing to do that for you. Not someone, like we said before, who will stop and talk to you for 5 minutes, but someone who is actually willing to sit down with you and take you through the entire process. That's what a mentor does, and that's what a coach does. So, to sum it up, the best and the fastest way for you to get your acting career started is to get a mentor. That's the secret. That's what that guy did that I was listening to. That's what he did, and that's how he started getting a lot of work very, very quickly.